Hi folks, Linda Curry here. Today I want to share with you some tidbits from the book called The End of Alzheimer's by Dr. Dale Bredesen. Now, he takes an approach to ending Alzheimer's with a lot of lifestyle changes, and he truly feels that we can end this horrific disease. He focuses on a KetoFlex diet. He also focuses on the importance of exercise and sleep optimization and stress reduction and brain training, as well as supplements, herbs, and hormones. Highly recommend this book, but I wanted to share with you a few tidbits on the diet and gut health aspect of this. First of all, it's important to note that leaky gut is the most common cause of inflammation. This is really important because the lining in our gut is directly related to the lining in our brain. We don't want infections and candida and things leaking into our brain. And you need to understand that these two things are connected. Gut health is so important for so many different disease preventions. So really focus on gut health. And I actually have a book that I wrote specifically on gut health called The 4-Minute Miracle and Gut Health. So check it out. Other things along the lines of gut health is the microbiome. So making sure that we're feeding the good bacteria with a lot of prebiotic foods like mushrooms happen to be a great prebiotic. But just in general, a lot of fiber. And then replenishing a lot of that good bacteria through cultured and fermented foods. Okay, some extra tidbits. Because this doctor likes to focus on a KetoFlex diet, he emphasizes that healthy fats are actually more important than protein, because if we get too much protein, that protein can actually get converted into glucose in the body, especially if you're not eating a lot of carbohydrates. Your body needs glucose, so it will convert that protein to glucose if it needs to. But having that healthy fat like avocados and olives and extra virgin olive oil, really great healthy fats is important. Some other tidbits: drizzling olive oil on your cooked vegetables will actually increase the bioavailability of the phytonutrients and the antioxidants in these veggies. So if you think you're being healthy by just eating the plain vegetables, it's actually healthier if you do drizzle some really healthy olive oil on that. And it tastes so much better. Again, I want to mention mushrooms. Just having these 2 times a week has shown a decreased risk of mild cognitive decline. With just 2 portions per week, that decline was by 50%. Make sure you're eating mushrooms, as well as resistant starch. What is resistant starch? Well, these are things like yams and sweet potatoes and taro. But the trick is it's resistant when after you cook it, you let it cool down and you eat it cold. That's when it becomes resistant. Now, a little note on legumes and beans. So legumes have lectins and phytates and enzyme inhibitors that make it anti-nutrient for your body unless we prepare them properly. So think about soaking your beans at least 24 hours. 48 hours is actually a really good rule of thumb. And adding 1/6 of a teaspoon of baking soda per quart of water during that soaking phase. Make sure you change the water up to 3 times a day and rinse the beans really well. Then what you want to do for cooking is cook low temperature and cook them slowly. Pressure cooking is also fine. It's another healthy way to cook legumes. And make sure you add some kombu, which is sea vegetables, when cooking. It's really going to add to the digestibility of those legumes. Okay, other things. When we consume a lot of muscle meat, we're missing a key amino acid called glycine. And you can find this amino acid among some other ones found in things like collagen, bone broth, the skin, the organ meats. So If you can incorporate more bone broth or things like grass-fed gelatin, make some gelatin treats. I have a YouTube video on that. Check it out. So just be mindful that when we just focus on the muscle, meat, when we're eating animal products, that may not be enough. Okay, other things, fish that are low in mercury, wild-caught cod, pollock, and sole are really great low mercury options. And here's a tidbit on pastured eggs. So a lot of people don't want to spend the extra money, but they have 13 times more omega-3 fatty acids. They have 70% more B12, 50% more folate. They have more vitamin E, vitamin A, and beta carotene, up to 50% more than standard eggs. And you're going to notice with these pastured eggs that they have a deeper orange colored yolk. Okay, what else? Grass-fed. If you're going to eat animal products, grass-fed beef is essential, even before choosing organic, because organic meat still is grain-fed, and you're going to have higher levels of omega-6, which are not healthy for you. Things like red beets, really great for brain health. And make sure you're not eating artificial sweeteners because you're tricking the body into producing insulin, and we really want to manage that blood sugar. Dark chocolate is really great, but it does contain cadmium and lead, so up to a few squares of dark chocolate a day is going to be perfectly safe. Try to minimize milk as much as possible, and if you do really enjoy milk, you can try some goat, sheep, buffalo, and even camel milk. Much healthier for your digestive system. Another thing, if you're taking vitamin D, which I highly recommend you do, a lot of people are deficient in vitamin D3. If you take more than 1,000 IUs daily, you want to include K2, and that also is going to help with healthy bones. That's it for now. Stay tuned for another video on other lifestyle changes that have to do with Alzheimer's prevention and dementia. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.